the top, ain't never gonna stop. To the top, to the top, ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me, go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary. Fly high, or will I fall? Legends made when faith is strong. No time to bleed, I'm conquering. Roll on my love, I'm pushing the pain, I'm up for the prize. Some people wanna turn and run, but the strong rise under the gun. Top to the top, ain't never gonna stop. To the top, to the top, ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me, go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary. Every day I fight to be wings are made to fly, made to fly. Fears are born to die, born to die. Pushing through the pain, through the pain. Pushing through, breaking through, whatever it takes, what I gotta do. Giving my all, giving all that I got. Never will stop till I get to the top. To the top, ain't never gonna stop. To the top, to the top, ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me, go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me, go down in history.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer. Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a picture in the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall, it's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go? Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. Colossal we come, these renegades in the ring, where the lost get found, every crown of the circus king. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's blinding out, shining, and it can let you know. Just surrender, cause you're coming and you wanna go. Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, intoxicating you. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. It's the 50 you ever want, it's the 50 you ever need, and it's here right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. It's the 50 you ever want, it's the 50 you ever need, and it's here right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. It's coming in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the walls can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. 'Cause everything you want is right in front of you, and you see the impossible is coming true, and the walls can't stop us now.
If you smell what the rock is cooking, the rock says, the rock says, the rock says, the rock.
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste.
Hello and welcome to the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Reese Jones and
John Randy Smith as we bring you our pre-show to WWE Backlash.
yes, and I know what you're thinking right now. Backlash was built and usually comes as a pay-per-view that follows WrestleMania, hence the name, the Backlash to WrestleMania. Not this year.
Now, Backlash was originally supposed to take place in Kansas City, Missouri, but unfortunately, due to a certain COVID-19, that will now take place at the Performance Center behind closed doors.
As is the case with practically every WWE show at the minute.
Yes.
So, we have 7 matches to go through, none of which will take place on the pre-show as of now.
But we never know with WWE sneaking in matches at the last moment.
But as it stands, we have the first match to go back to the number 21 entrant in the Royal Rumble.
And hence our song at the start.
Yes, so Edge made his return at the Royal Rumble at the number 21 spot.
At the Royal Rumble with the last event, second to last event to have crowds.
Then the next night on Raw, he was RKO'd and concertoed by Randy Orton. Orton would then go on to RKO Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix.
Who sold it well, by the way.
Which would lead to the last man standing match at WrestleMania. That Edge would ultimately win. Then, a few weeks later, on the May 11th episode of Monday Night Raw, Edge would come out and Orton to say that the best man may have won at WrestleMania, but the best wrestler did not.
So, like we said, hence our song at the start of this very show.
So Orton challenges Edge to one more match at Backlash, which WWE have decided to now put the tagline of the greatest wrestling match ever.
Hence the Greatest Showman song that you heard at the start of the show.
Second, Drew McIntyre will defend the WWE Championship against, of all people, Bobby Lashley.
Yes, now I know what you're thinking. Bobby Lashley, he's done nothing to earn a championship match.
No, he hasn't. But he has aligned himself recently with Montavious Porter, MVP.
Who has now become a mouthpiece for Bobby Lashley.
A bit like Paul Heyman for Brock Lesnar. And whilst some of his storytelling here has sort of been better than I thought it was going to be, do we really see McIntyre losing this?
I don't think so.
I mean, Bobby Lashley's last WWE Championship match was 13 years ago at the 2007 Great American Bash. Something tells me there may have been a reason for that.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of championships,
The Universal Championship will be on the line as Braun Strowman defends his championship in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Yes, you heard us right, a 2-on-1 handicap match against The Miz and Morrison.
yes, this whole thing started after Money in the Bank, when Miz and Morrison decided to make fun of the men's briefcase holder Otis, who would then go into a tag team match against the two, where his partner would be Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Then Morrison and Miz would make fun of Strowman for actually teaming with Otis, and would ultimately challenge Strowman to his 2-on-1 handicap match. Now, Strowman, did you not
remember what happened last time?
Yes, did you not learn your lesson from defending titles in handicap matches at the Elimination Chamber?
Which was the last event that actually had crowds before this thing happened.
That being said, I did not see Braun Strowman losing this match.
No, I didn't either.
Although a World Championship has changed hands in a handicap match before, most notably when Vince McMahon took the ECW Championship off of all people, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. And speaking of championships, we now have one for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yes.
Asuka defends against Nia Botch Jax.
Yes, after Money in the Bank, Becky Lynch revealed that she was pregnant and that the ladder match was actually to determine the new Raw Women's Champion.
In which Asuka got the briefcase / championship and won to become Raw Women's Champion.
Then on the May 25th episode of Monday Night Raw, Nia Jax defeated the then NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and Natalya in a triple threat match to become the #1 contender for the championship, in the match which it seemed like was the original plan for Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Except it would have been Becky defending. Now, on SmackDown, over the past few months, they have been promoting how Jeff Hardy has turned his life around from being a junkie.
Yes.
However, a certain Celtic warrior
By the name of Sheamus,
has had some issues with this
from seemingly out of nothing.
and doesn't believe that Hardy has ever turned his life around. And the two have brought, in fact, both men were in a tournament to crown the Intercontinental Champion after they took the title off of Sami Zayn.
Due to this ongoing situation in the world right now.
Jeff Hardy did defeat Sheamus in this tournament. However, the week after that, it got a little bit interesting.
It did, because as SmackDown went on the air, there was a so-called accident.
Yes, Elias, who was scheduled to go against AJ Styles in the tournament, was seemingly run over.
And suffering cracked ribs and a torn ACL.
Then Hardy, who was scheduled to go against Daniel Bryan, was found, I don't know, seemingly out of his mind, drunk in a nearby car.
And the police would arrest Jeff Hardy, but then later on SmackDown, while Sheamus was having a match, Jeff Hardy would then come back and cost Sheamus the match.
Yes. And then when this match was scheduled for Backlash, however, it took another slightly interesting turn last night on SmackDown, when Sheamus said he was refusing to face Jeff Hardy without results of a drug test or a urine test.
Shades of what Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon did to each other before WrestleMania 22.
Except this turned out rather badly for Sheamus because he got some urine to the face.
How PG of you, WWE?
Yes, this is supposed to be PG and you're chucking piss into people's faces. Bad idea.
Yeah, considering it's a pandemic right now, but now we go on to a triple threat women's tag team match for the women's tag team title.
Yes, on the June 5th episode of SmackDown last week, the team formerly known as the Boss and Hug Connection
Big Bailey and Sasha Banks
would, after a year-long quest almost, regain the Women's Tag Team Championships from Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. However, the Iconics had also returned
after a year of being away.
Close to a year, and had started their own issues with Bliss and Cross. So, at Backlash, Bayley and Sasha Banks will defend the Women's Tag Team Championships against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross and the Iconics.
So who do we see walking out with the Women's Tag Team Championships?
Well, I want to say that they're not going to put the titles on Bayley and Sasha at the minute, and then just take them off again a week later. Unless they're just going to use it as a way of getting tension between the two and ultimately lead into the split, if they ever actually decide to pull the trigger on that.
It's a different story. But now we go on to our last match, which will be for the United States Championship, as Apollo Crews puts his title on the line against Andrade, who is cashing in his rematch clause.
Technically, you don't get a rematch clause these days, but yes, after being pulled from the Money in the Bank ladder match
Due to a knee injury.
Scripted knee injury, I think.
Of course, yeah.
Apollo Crews would defeat Andrade on the May 25th episode of Monday Night Raw to capture the United States Championship. Then, a week after that, on the June 1st,
I think it was.
episode of Raw, he would issue a open challenge, a United States Championship challenge, which he would give to Kevin Owens. They're only for Andrade and Angel Garza to
come down and ruin that opportunity.
Which would lead to a tag team match with Crews and Owens. But then last week we had a triple threat number one contenders match
between Andrade, Angel Garza, and Kevin Owens.
Yes, and it was ultimately Kevin Owens who did the dirty work here.
Yeah.
managing to hit the stunner onto
Angel
Gaza,
Garza.
only for Andrade to sneak in and win the match, and then right to get a rematch of Apollo Crews for the United States Championship. It's just kind of a way I thought they were going to go, because they weren't going to do a babyface match. It's very rare that you see a babyface championship match.
No, you never do see it, do you?
And I highly doubt that Apollo Crews is going to lose this match.
Yeah, same.
So, those are the 7 matches we have for Backlash, which takes place tomorrow night on the WWE Network.
So let us run through these matches one more time. Bear in mind that one of these matches has been pre-recorded.
Yes, in the greatest wrestling match ever, I say that sarcastically, Edge will take on Randy Orton.
In the match that has been pre-recorded, Drew McIntyre will defend the WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley.
Braun Strowman will defend the Universal Championship in a 2-on-1 handicap match against The Miz and John Morrison.
Asuka will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax.
Jeff Hardy will take on Sheamus in the match which has become a little personal.
The Boss and Hug Connection will defend their Women's Tag Team Championships in a triple threat tag team match against the Twisted Sisters of Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and against the Iconics of Billie Kay and Peyton Royce.
And Apollo Crews will defend the United States Championship against Andrade, who will be accompanied by Selena Vega and probably us, Angel Garza as well.
So that about does it for the pre-show to tomorrow night's Backlash at the time of this recording.
As join us next week, where we shall bring you our results and reactions to Backlash and the greatest wrestling match ever.
So until then, he's been
Lisa Rock Jones, and he's been
Sean Randy Smith. We will see you next Thursday.